All right, so it's been a bit since I made any kind of reviews. This is I don't know how to say it, suihe from the Rich Brothers auction, 20,000 pound winch. I just installed it not long ago. So far it seems alright. Comes with a wireless remote and a corded one. Corded one plugs into your control box. Just a plain old 3-prong, pretty easy. And you also can't put it in the wrong way. It's got a little lever on it. I haven't tried it to its full capacity yet. I just installed it on this trailer actually to be doing hauling shipping containers on, 20 footers. It's a tilt deck, but it doesn't touch the ground, so I'm building a roller on the back. I'll make some videos about that after. But I do have this wired into a battery on the trailer, then an Anderson connection that runs back into my truck. So I've got actually quite a bit of power to get to this. It's got the free spool, which I find turns like shit most of the time. I do have a bit of tension on it right now though. The remote, on switch, and then you get your out and in obviously. The wireless remote kind of sucks. It's got a pretty bad delay to it, as you'll see here in a second. When I click on out, it wants to keep going for longer than it should. And it's not that bad, I guess, but you wouldn't want to use it if you have anything close to the vehicle or whatever you're winching on, right? When you're doing your fine tuning, definitely way better to use the corded one. It definitely does a much better job. You know, as you can see the little indent in it, so you can't actually put it in the wrong way. It won't let you. You have to get that indent to match that outside piece. Once you get that lined up, which I'm having a hard time doing here. There we go. And then with this remote, you don't have nearly any delay. It's basically instant. It's definitely way better. Problem is, you don't have a heck of a lot of cord with it. I don't know, could be 10 feet, maybe 9. So it's not too spectacular. It does come with everything you need. The instructions kind of suck though, obviously it's Chinese crap. So in the instructions, it shows it having a mounting plate under this. Mine did not come with one of those. And when I drilled the holes for it, there's actually, you can kind of see I got an extra 2 holes on each side, because there's actually 8 bolts and all that can go in the bottom of this. But I found out after I was installing it, and I'm still going to put them in, but they're the bolts themselves are too long, so as they go into the bottom of the winch, they don't actually grab on. I'd have to have another 10 washers or so. Now when you do put it on the free spool, it does free spool well. And this thing came with, I didn't pull it all out, but I pulled it all out to the last roll. And there's roughly 75, at least 75 feet, maybe 100 feet. It doesn't even say how long it actually is, but it's somewhere in the 75 to 100 feet of cable on it. And it's pretty good sized cable. Like you can see my finger versus it there. It's quite large. But it does work well, so far at least. I mean, like I said, I've only had it for about a week, and I haven't used it that much. You definitely have to put it on engaged for it to work. It's a little loud, it's a little slow, but it's a 20,000 pound winch. I mean, it's got the pull power if you're looking for that. Again, I really hate the delay on this. If you're doing anything fine tuning, don't use this crap, because it stays on for longer than it should. So it's kind of sketchy, especially if you have your hands close to something or anything like that. So definitely if you're going to be doing your fine tuning, always use this one. It's way more accurate. I mean, it still does go a little longer, but you can get those little jolts in it. With the wireless one, you cannot do that. And definitely, unless you have this powered only to the truck and you unplug it, always make sure you turn this off. Because if not, you throw this in your truck and you start pushing buttons, it could be bad. But yeah, I'll post up some more once I do get this trailer finished off. Like I said, there's going to be I'm going to be putting a 4-inch roller on the back of this so that I can pick up containers and drag them onto the deck. Like I said, this deck is a tilt. I'm kind of in the worst spot ever to show this, but it is a hydraulic tilting deck. And it's more like a dump than a tilt, to be honest with you. It goes up to about 40 degrees, so it's pretty significant. It is slower than hell. Again, that's the worst part with electric over hydraulic. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but once it definitely does what I need it to do for now. It's pretty, it only has one cylinder in the middle, which is huge. It's got 5 stages, so it's a pretty beefy trailer. And triple axle. So it's rated for 21,000.